A pregnant woman was suddenly stopped on the street by a group of thugs. The leader began to harass her with disgusting remarks, and the woman, furious, slapped him across the face. The thug wasn't about to take it. He swung back, punching her hard. She fell to the ground, but they didn't stop. They attacked her because she had married an African-Asian police officer, claiming she had betrayed her own race. To vent his anger, Hall kicked her in the stomach. After that, the gang finally got back in their car and left, not knowing that their nightmare was about to begin. Once the thugs drove off, bystanders rushed over to check on the woman. She was taken to the hospital, and her husband, Nick, arrived soon after. The woman told him that the attackers were all men, bald, tattooed, and most likely people Nick knew. Based on her description, Nick immediately realized who they were. Not long ago, he had pulled over their car during a routine check, and the gang must have taken revenge on his wife because of it. Nick was furious. The doctor told him his wife had suffered severe internal bleeding, and their unborn child couldn't be saved. He wanted nothing more than to tear those thugs apart. But soon, the police managed to arrest them all. Even behind bars, the gang remained arrogant and unrepentant. Nick couldn't stand it anymore. He was a man, a husband, and a cop. That night, after everyone left the precinct, he returned alone. He laid out some tools on the desk and opened one of the cell doors. Looking at the two inmates inside, he said coldly, "If you can beat me, you can walk out that door." The thugs laughed, thinking he was asking for death. They lunged at him, but Nick grabbed a weapon and knocked one out cold. The other wrapped his arm around Nick's neck, trying to choke him, but Nick's rage gave him the strength to fight back. He kicked the man unconscious, then turned toward another cell, the one holding the thug who had kicked his wife. Nick wasn't going to let that man pass out easily. He opened the door, pinned the thug down, and unleashed a brutal beating. The man tried to fight back, but Nick's size and fury were overwhelming. Realizing he couldn't win, the thug reached for a gun on the table. Nick rushed forward, tackled him to the ground, and let his rage explode. One punch caused internal bleeding, but it wasn't enough. Remembering what they did to his wife, Nick kept pounding him relentlessly. He was a cop, and he knew exactly what this act of vengeance would cost him. But in that moment, Nick no longer cared about the badge. He only cared about being a man who would stand up for the woman he loved.